Alright, we laugh.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praise, glory, and honor be unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Noble honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Salutations to the hopefully elect out there pushing the word, truth, sincerity, and indeed. We are the great millstone Chicago branch, coming at you with some more of it. All right? What you got, Avalon?
This is the book of Romans 13 and 11. It says, "And that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe." Right, we have the different prophecies from the past and all the pertaining to Habakkuk, the second chapter. They're now, quoting you anti-sin. If you don't, get to see him, within your body.
Yep. They saying that now?
Yeah.
Hey. Wow.
Yeah.
That's the wild card.
They're really trying to come hard against this truth, man. All right? They hate the fact that, that we've woken up to who we are and we know who we are. They want to, they've always wanted to, but basically since they came into power, man, lying and changing and revising everything. That word revision, that's why they always revising books. All right? Because when you revise a book, basically, you're taking out the information that exposes you. It's like that book that I have with the definition of nigger in it. When it breaks it down, when you read the word nigger, it wasn't always a negative word. It was no different from saying black or saying negro or negre. No matter, or Niger, whatever language you said it in, you were just describing someone who was dark skinned, not literally black, because nobody's the color of my coat.
I'm blacker than black.
All right, nobody's the color of his coat. All right,
G-money
but it was just describing someone who was swarthy. All right, that whole black and white thing, those are false social constructs that they created, and that was some serious witchcraft, because people can't get beyond that.
No.
They get stuck on the whole color thing, man. And the color thing that they made up, nobody's even those colors.
Exactly.
All right, nobody's white and nobody's black. People are different shades of brown. All right, because I look at the most light-skinned so-called Negro and call himself black. And he's standing next to a Puerto Rican. I can't tell the difference.
Shit, the Puerto Rican be
Right?
darker than him.
Exactly. And he's still calling himself black.
Yeah.
All right? And then you got this person who's pink calling himself white. All right? Social constructs, lies, man. Give me that Deuteronomy 33 and 29 real quick.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 33 and 29. It says, "Happy art thou, O Israel, who was like unto thee, O people saved by the Lord, the shield of thy help, and who was the sword of thy excellency. And thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places."
Right, and basically by speaking this truth, we're treading upon their high places.
Oh, yeah.
When we're saying that we're the real Israelites, we're the real people of the Lord, man. To them it's hateful, even though it's the truth, and they know it's the truth. They're having a hard time with it, and quite frankly, this whole thing with Kyrie and Ye, I'm glad it happened, because I got so tired over all these years. We've been arguing with our own people, trying to tell them, these dummies, that you're not Africans, that Africans are your damn enemies, the actual real Africans, the Hamites, that they the ones that sold your ass into slavery. We got people, our own people, trying to fight us. Think about it. How many times we trying to tell you, and they trying to defend a color that they're not even that color.
Let's go.
And when you take that word black, anytime you put the word black before anything, you automatically making everything that come after it evil or bad.
Yep.
All right? It's like when they would say the Black Night, or the Black Plague, the Black Day, Black Magic. Everything that was black before it, everything after it means it's bad. All right? And that's just a fact, man.
I got a precept of what you were saying, how people, they just haters, and they've been scoffing for years to that. This is Amos 5 and verse 10. And even going back into what the brother was going into. Amos 5 and 10, it says, "They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly." Because that's what we doing. You notice they never go into these mosques with these dumbass, stupid-ass Muslims, or these stupid-ass niggas and pass the pork chop them. They never go up and they set talking shit, man. They never go up there. But when the real truth, when the real standard, when the real spirit is there, you have demons following you.
Yeah, and you know what it is, because in those churches and all those fake religions, the more science, the Islam, and all that witchcraft, there's no accountability. You can come as you are for the most part.
Yep.
When with this truth that we teach, it comes with a set of discipline and change that has to come. All right, because knowing you're Israelite, you know that's not enough.
No.
Because a lot of people wake up to the fact that we the true people of the Lord, and then that's good enough for them. All right, no, it comes with a change, man, because that means now you actually have to try and follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, which no one can follow 100%. Not me, not Nick, none of these brothers. We try to the best of our abilities. There's certain things that we avoid because we know that there's some sins, some transgression of the law, which that's a death sentence.
That's right.
So, but nevertheless, we try to do it to the best of our ability, and that's the thing, is that I've had so many Israelites that I've sat down with, both northern and southern kingdom, that they would hear this, and then they would tell me it's cool, especially these couple northern kingdom cats that I have in mind, man. There's one Ephraimite, and there's one Issacharite that I remember sitting down with, and we had this long, drawn-out conversation. He had his Bible, I had mine. We were going back and forth, and I broke down the things that he was doing wrong and gave him the meaning behind all these things. And both guys, was like, well, you know what, man, I'm good, because that means they literally pretty much said that they don't want to change.
Yeah.
So that means that no, I like my bacon, I like my pork, exactly. And that's just it. I'm like,
Christmas.
so I'm like, man, bro, really? Exactly. I'm like, you gonna pass up a chariot ride? Yep, that's what did it. You gonna pass up a chariot ride? To have a pepperoni, a ham?
That nigga's finna get some rib tips.
I'm talking about
Right now.
Willie's barbecue. Brothers barbecue. What do you say on Fridays?
Brothers barbecue
Yeah.
tastes so good, make you want to slap your mouth.
And you know what, too? and that's one of the things I bring up, because it weeds people out.
That's right.
It weeds them out, man.
I got a scripture for what you were saying.
Go ahead, then we can get into some real shit, because
some gang.
Let's
I
go.
said that specifically for him.
Go.
Never stop. See, this never stops, man.
I was trying to touch the waters on the things I know that agitate people who ain't ready for the change.
Exactly.
So what that just showed me, that dude knows he's an Israelite. He's accepted it, and he
yes.
believes it.
Oh, yes.
But once he heard that, he was like, man, like you said, he was thinking about the rib tips.
Rib
He was
tips.
like, man, it's cold. When I leave here, I'm gonna go hit up Harold's.
Man.
And then he was like, hey, you can't eat that pork. He
Fried that shrimp.
he was like that dude.
That catfish.
He was like that dude. Right, that too.
Fucking fries.
He was like that dude who when Yahweh Shah told him to give up all he had and follow me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cheap ass white dude too.
Yep.
This is Judges. Hey, the brother said it. The wicked flee when no one pursue it.
I had a nigga I worked with, he was with the truth, everything. But when we had lunch, I was like, I'm gonna get no, that got pork. He said, what? I said, yeah, you can't, no, that pork shit, it's a dietary law. He goes, damn. Man, I'm with you until there's pork. Dang, that's the main one.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like
Yo,
adultery, the main
damn.
two.
Pork.
That's the
That
main
nigga,
two.
so basically,
so
y'all on the
heartbroken.
front lines about to go to battle. And then you say, hey, no, there'll be no more pork. And that nigga put his sword down.
Right, immediately. He put that.
And fuck that, he ran to the other side.
I'm with these niggas. Yeah, really, that's what they do. They run to Esau's side.
He ran to the other side, man.
This is
Wow.
is going to what the elder was saying. You know that we do keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, but we keep it to the best of our ability, and that shows you that you're in captivity, man. But this is Judges 5:11. It said, "They that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the place of drawing waters, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of the villages in Israel. Then shall the people go down to the gates." And this is the place of drawing water, because this is the place where the Most High had us serve the hardest bondage, right here. And this is the place where we rehearsing the righteous acts, because even in other captivities, we still could do that. We still could keep the Passover. Look when we was under the Persian captivity, in the time of Esther, things like that. But in America, this is, hey, he stole our heritage. The scripture say he oppressing man's house and his heritage. If
Right.
we rehearse those righteous actions, it's part of being wise. The Lord said, "Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove."
Then he fraudulently claimed to be us.
Exactly.
And I did a video yesterday because I was having a conversation. Who was I talking with? I think I was talking with Abraham. And it dawned on me, you know, just in conversation, and I never really thought about this before. That's how you know, man, that the spirit, you could grow every day, brother. Shalom, beloved. You don't ever think you know it all, man. But and the thing is, in the back of my head, I knew this, but it dawned on me that wait a minute, they're using the Assyrian script, all right? And I was like, the kingdom of Judah never used the Assyrian script. The kingdom of Judah, which you know made up the house of David and everything that came after it, they always used what they call the Phoenician, the Paleo Hebrew, all right, the Phoenician style of Hebrew, or the block Hebrew, or the biblical Hebrew, as the Israelis will say it. They never used the Assyrian script, but yet you got a people running around the world that took the Assyrian script, added all these dots and different letters and sounds and vowels to it, added elongated letters and changed everything, claiming to be, you know, the people of the Lord.
I was gonna say you can't bootleg the Paleo.
And they completely, exactly,
You can't bootleg.
exactly, because you know all the argument between you're not gonna confuse Adawan and Adama in the Paleo.
Yep.
It's not gonna be that confusion, man. Or they say Adomi, and then it's a Y in that spelling, because I was looking at it yesterday, and they don't even pronounce. I mean the W sound, the Y, they don't even pronounce the Y. And when they spell Adawan, they got the Y in there, but they don't pronounce it. They pronounce it Adomi.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck are you? Or however the fuck they
Yeah, because they'll write that.
So these people are frauds, man.
They can't
Zechariah
say the name
9 and
of
6.
Heavenly Father.
They're complete frauds. So so they can doctor up the Assyrian script and then change it and masquerade. They're basically posers. I had a little rich broad use that term. A little rich kid.
Poses.
She used that term for the first. I'd never heard it before.
What poses?
Yeah, that was years ago though when she said that.
A
You
lot
know,
of them.
but they posers.
This is
You know.
This is the book of Zechariah 9 and 6. It says, "And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines."
Yeah. So a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. All right. And that word, according to my 1933 thesaurus, you know, that word bastard, the synonyms for it is fraudulent, phony, and fake.
Them niggas fool.
It says fraudulent, phony, and fake.
Right.
Bastard all mean the same thing. Because guess what? In the revised, they go that word
That
revised
revised.
again. In the revised dictionary, or up-to-date dictionary, those definitions are there.
You blow the dust off, and this
Yeah.
needs some revision.
Yes. And that's what all these revisions about. The revisions of that's when you see the seventh, you know, it's been revised. This is version number 7, version number 6,
Ain't
version
worth
number
shit
8.
no more.
Right, because those early versions exposed too much, and they realized that they spoke too much because, well, you know, in a lot of these, when they were printing books in the 1800s, in the 1700s, the amount of jakes that was actually reading was very, the percentage was extremely low.
Right.
All right, the jakes that were reading here in Americas was 0 to none.
Yeah.
Right now
That's
you
when
had
you had
Jake.
Nat Turner.
Now you had Jake over in Europe that was reading in different parts of the world,
Right.
but Jake that was over here for the most part, outside of them wicked ass sellout ass Moors, who were helping set up America and putting their own people into captivity. Another reason why not to fuck with the Moors. All right.
It's the science, brother.
When you know, outside of them, when Jake that was coming over here in slavery, they weren't able to read English and all. They didn't know what the hell was going on, man. You know, and it's funny because you know Esau would teach you to speak his language, and then you're gonna pronounce words differently because of your own dialect. Then they make fun of you.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, these so-called white people, these are the only people that I know on the face of the earth that cheat to win and broadcast and brag about it.
Yeah.
They set the rules of the game to where only they can benefit from it, and then make fun of the people who can't win,
Right.
or when you don't win,
Right.
and proud about winning a fight, all Captain Morgan and shit,
Right.
over a victory that they got that they set up for themselves to win.
Nigga hands tied behind his back and
Right.
shit. You
You
just
gotta-
buking him.
Exactly. Exactly. You got to run an obstacle course with your hands tied up. Esau at the end of the obstacle course cheering and shit.
Right.
That
Talking
weak
shit
ass
about
dance that he can't do.
Right. Shit, you know, talking shit about everybody else that lost when he done handicapped everybody else in the race. This is the type of person that they're comfortable in their lives.
But no shame in it.
All right, they're very comfortable in their lives. What's that Psalms 53? When he go forth, when he's born, you know the scripture I'm thinking
Oh, when
of.
he's born, he speaketh lies.
Yeah, so like I said, man, the kingdom of Judah never used the Assyrian script. So that's a good point to use against these fake Jews, and I'm gonna just call them that when they try to come against us using that language, because it's easy thing to prove. Because when you go to the relics that were involved with the kingdom of Judah, they weren't. When you going back to the time of 70 AD, and you know in the short time after that, they were using the Paleo. They were using the Phoenician script. They weren't using it. And then to go to show you how much they reverenced the actual Hebrew, when the Northern Kingdom left the Assyrian captivity and got here to the Americas, they weren't using it either. All the relics you found in America was the ancient Paleo Hebrew. So when it said, somebody get that 2nd Ezra 13 and 40 real quick, and then I'm gonna.
I got the one you quoted.
Shut
while
down.
they-
Go
while they
ahead,
looking
brother.
for it. This is Psalms 58:3. It says, "The wicked are estranged from the womb; they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies."
There it is, man. They can't help but tell some damn lies, man. You know, they don't feel good until they told some lies and set somebody up. All right, but bring that out, brother. Bob the shot.
I got the 2nd Ezra
13 and 40.
Con.
2nd Ezra 13 and 40. Those of the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king.
So you got to learn about what happened in the book of 2nd Kings, right? The northern kingdom left Samaria. That's why Yahweh said, "Go not into Samaria, but go ye rather into the lost sheep of the house of Israel," roughly paraphrased. Because the Israelites, there were some still scattered abroad within Samaria, but the disciples being young in the spirit, they couldn't decipher between the spirits or who was a Jake and who wasn't, all right? That's why they thought that when they would look at the Lord, you know, when he was talking to the woman at the well, they didn't know what was going on. But go ahead.
Whom Salmanassar, the king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
Right, so that another land, that was definitely America. Because America was the only place on the planet at that time where never mankind had dwelt. All right? Go ahead.
But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
So when they got away from the Assyrians and they went away from the heathen and went further to this place, they immediately dropped the Assyrian script. Because they weren't finding Assyrian script relics in America. All right? The ones that they were finding were the ones that they brought with them. All right? But when they were writing their on their own language, all the carvings on the rocks and on the walls and in the caves and on buildings that were here in America that were carved by the Gadites and the Reubenites was all in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, man. They weren't writing in the Assyrian script, man. All right, you're not gonna find the relics with the Assyrian except for the ones that they brought with them. When they were actually writing themselves, they didn't write like that no more. Because why? They was keeping their own ways. And the Assyrian script is not the Israelite way.
Let's go.
It's not. It's not valid, man. These people are not valid. They're not the people of the Lord, man. They make me want to just throw it out. Tell these men don't even study that shit. But we gotta know it so we can just disprove them wrong. But truthfully, that's got nothing to do with our culture, man.
Yeah,
Go
and
ahead,
most of the things in Hebrew, just like me, I can read the Paleo Hebrew, but I can read the Assyrian Hebrew better because it's more. We see it more. you know, and that's how they got things. But with the
And see, I'm the vice versa. The paleo comes easier to me. It took me longer to, and it partly is because of my bias, because in the spirit, I knew that really wasn't us anyway. All right, so I really didn't focus on it in the beginning. You know, but go ahead, brother.
2nd Ezra 13 and 43. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the floods till they were passed over.
So in a nutshell, they left down out of Assyrian down into the Indian Ocean, down into in between Madagascar and Africa, and around the Horn of Africa over into the Americas. That's what they did. All right, because it took them a year. It took them a year and a half, and that was the same. And they knew it because their servants, the Hamites, Hyman, all right, the ones who left them Olmecs here.
Yeah.
They knew they were the servants of the Israelites.
Right.
So the Israelites knew, and I imagine that on some occasions Israelites on them ships with them coming here to the Americas, and so they knew the way. So that's why they came here to the Americas. They knew that America was another Eden, it was another paradise. All right, you know, because they got and man, you've been to the islands, man. You got right there on the trees, man. You got mangoes and pineapples, pears, all kind of fruits just grow wild. Right? You come right out the ocean up to the beach and walk right up on fruit and just start eating, man. I heard a person once say that the best place to be homeless was in Puerto Rico. All right, because you had trees that grew on public property where the people were mangoes and fruits and all the fruit you can imagine just grew in the wild, wasn't even on the farm or someone's property. So shit, all you had to do, you bought the ocean. So if you knew how to fish, you catch you some lawful fish, had plenty of fruit, man. You was straight.
Swole.
Right.
Swole. Good. No. I remember back in the day, Ephraim.
They didn't get fat till they came over here and started eating American shit.
Exactly. Hey, Ephraim, he was actually native to the island of Puerto Rico. He said, man, the poor they're not hungry. He said, you know, any crime is like drug related. He was like, it's not about, you know, being hungry. He's like, you just go in the rainforest and get food. You just literally walk. He's like, you know, the trees, they're just fruitful. You know what I mean? There's different fruits, different herbs. He's like, you can just eat them and be straight.
That show you the wickedness of Esau, because America's that same way. It
used to be the same way. Yeah.
Now you got stone buildings, stone cement. It used to be very fruitful in America. They have that saying where a squirrel could travel from the east to the west just on the trees.
Just on the trees.
You had the natural resources. This place was plentiful, so much so that the king and the queen Ferdinand, which I believe was one of the class how they were Jake. I believe a brother said that one of the explorers was a Jake. But they were looking into the Americas because of all the resources and all the minerals. This used to be like South America.
Plus the gold.
Plus the gold, yep.
Yeah, so it was gold and silver up here in North America. It was gold down in South America too, though.
Yep.
And in the islands, they found plenty of gold. You know, as a matter of fact, Apostle Tahar, maybe about a little over a year ago, did a lesson on the gold of Euphrates. America was talking about the gold from here.
Yeah.
So the gold that was coming from here was precious, man.
Hey, Puerto Rico translates to port of riches.
Rich port.
Rich port. You know what I mean? But what you translate? You fast forward to now, they're in debt. How is that even fucking possible? The port of riches is in debt.
Port of debt, so they got to change the name.
How is that possible? God damn.
Yeah, we got. What's the Spanish word for debt?
Dental.
So they ported debt totes now. Go ahead, brother.
I got a verse on this Obadiah. Since y'all was saying it, it's better in Puerto Rico because Esau steal every goddamn thing. It's Obadiah, verse 5. If a thief come to thee, if a robber by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they have enough?
Right.
If the great gatherer come to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Hell no. Esau take every goddamn thing.
And Esau's gonna take your identity.
Right.
Right.
Fuck just the land, the resources.
Then
he's
he gonna
take.
now I'm you.
Now I'm you, nigga.
Exactly.
He's the ultimate identity theft, man.
He said, what's your name and social security so I can have
Hey,
that?
I got that precept
Yeah,
right
nigga.
here. This is Micah 2,
I'm gonna start at
What's
1.
how I was gonna cut it out?
Well, woe to them that devise iniquity and work of evil upon their bed. When the morning is light, they practice it because in the power of their hand, because this is what they do. They are fast as wickedness.
Yeah.
Verse 2. And they cover fields and take them by violence. In houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage.
Time, brother, because matter of fact, that once upon a time, the land of Tasmania, right down there next to Australia, had a population in it just like Australia.
Yep.
All right, but where they at now? Right, and then they took the islands, the one animal, and called it a Tasmanian devil.
Right.
When they the goddamn
They
devil.
got you.
Right, you fucked
Right.
up his house.
Right.
He was just chilling, eating squirrel nuts and shit, bugs.
You know,
Then they made a cartoon
Yeah.
to mock him.
pretty
That
much.
nigga Taz.
Made him straight out.
Like goddamn,
Yeah.
you mocking his,
But-
you mocking his language.
But
and
you
shit?
know what too?
Like,
Because
goddamn.
that's how they sound.
Esau
The
was
rough. Yeah. So it was straight mockery of Japhet, man.
Esau wicked.
All right, you know the way they spoke, and,
Right.
and so they made them mumble and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's in the book of Job. It says among the bushes
So
they
yeah,
prayed.
so that character is as racist as fuck because it's a slash between an animal and a man. So they really mocking the people of Tasmania that they murdered off. If it weren't for the Australians, man, that whole sect of Japhet would be gone.
Gone. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
You got some more on that second Ezra?
Second Ezra
Read,
6.
because I got a precept.
Second Ezra 13 and 44. For the Most High then showed signs of them and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And the same region is called Arsareth.
Asareth. Right?
Asareth.
And there's the Jewish Encyclopedia. A couple different Jewish encyclopedias identify Asareth with America. All right, so that's another thing about with these Amalekites is that they ignore the history written by their own forefathers. You know, their forefathers, said that they were Edom. That modern day Jewry is Edom. Their forefathers said that it was a mistake to refer to a modern day citizen of Israel as an ancient Israelite. This is information that we use, that we repeat. But this is information that's found in their own records, in their own books, by their own scholars of their own people. All right.
I got a precept for that. Could you read that verse over? You know, and going to what the elder was going into the fathead, Omex and shit. And because King Solomon had that navy that came here. Why you dropping?
Yeah, Hiram's.
Nevertheless, please bring that back up.
Somebody else grab it.
I got it. I'm gonna just start with what I was going at. You got it. The 45th verse is that part. That's safe.
Yeah.
Damn, the whole
Somebody else get it quick.
It was the second Ezra 94, 40.
Second Ezra.
Yeah, that was Esau.
Yeah, some heat coming out.
Second Ezra is 13 and 45. For though the country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Azareth.
Right.
Can I read that Azareth definition real quick before you go? Because it's right here. It's this is from the Jewish Encyclopedia, and I'm gonna put it in the camera. Azareth, the name of the land beyond the great river. The great river was the ocean.
That's right.
The Pacific. It says, Atlantic. It says, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, observing the laws of Moses until the time of restoration. According to 4th Ezra 13 and 45, Columbus identified with this land. See K. Sterling's Christopher Columbus, translated by Dr. C. Gross. All right? I have that book too, that he's talking about, with Mayor K. Sterling. And it was translated. Put a little closer. All right, and that was in a Jewish encyclopedia, which was written by a group of scholars and rabbis, not just one guy.
Yeah, so he had said that it had took a year and a half in that second Ezra to get to the place of Asherus, as the elder Malcolm will bring it out. But King Solomon, him and his navy had been sold there, and it's right here, was sailed there, if that's the right word. And it's right here in the book of Kings, and it lets you know it's talking about the same place, the Americas, because King Solomon, guys, was over here first. This is 1 Kings 10 and verse 22. It said, for the king had at sea a navy of Tarshish with the navy of Hiram, once in 3 years. Now notice, it said 3 years, because they had to go back. It took them a year and a half to get there, and it took them a year and a half to get back. It said once in 3 years came the navy of Tarshish, bringing gold.
Go to you fast.
Exactly. Gold and silver, apes, rare animals, and peacocks.
And that peacock goes into turkeys.
Turkeys, yep,
And
turkeys.
turkeys are indigenous to North America. It is undeniable evidence in the Bible that this is exactly what it was talking about.
Yes. It says, so King Solomon exceeded all the earth. It said like he exceeded all the kings of the earth for riches and wisdom, and all the earth saw Solomon and wisdom when it's in his heart. Wisdom, Salaki, to hear his wisdom, which Yahweh had put in his heart. So that's how you know. All right. It said it took them a year and a half. Right there when you read it in that second Esdras, and it said right here in this Kings, it said what? It took them 3 years, because it was a year and a half to get there and a year and a half to get back. And that was the same place. It's America.
And that's called precept upon precept. Something that you will not learn in the church.
Not at all.
And it's funny too how all these churches now are mimicking us. You know, going into the blue letter, breaking down the Greek and the Hebrew.
The Zondervan.
Yeah, going to the Zondervans. Right, all of a sudden they doing what we do and still fucking it
Now
up.
y'all know how to read.
Yeah, the Spirit of the Lord ain't right.
Because it's exactly because the Spirit of the Lord is not with them, man.
The Spirit, exactly.
Right? Because they'll say me saying fuck is a sin. When it's not. It's just rude
And go
speech.
eat some catfish right after that.
Right, it's just rude speech. Exactly. And then have a catfish spaghetti dinner. Right after.
That's go and get. Hey, but that's why the Apostle Paul said what? And he got more books in the Bible, you know, written in the Bible than anybody. But what did he say? Though I be rude in speech, but yet not in knowledge, but I've been thoroughly manifested unto you in all things. Because he broke it down precept by precept. But he was talking to our people. Them people right there on that side. You gotta curse these niggas out. It ain't no other way.
Yeah, you can't talk
You
to
got
them.
to.
But we done tried that, speaking to them peacefully, and they don't respond to that.
Brother, you cannot
Now,
force.
they think, as a matter of fact, they think that you soft or something. That will probably will make that will probably be why so many guys tried us over the years and found out that they made a horrible mistake because they because we would speak try to speak to them brotherly, and they wouldn't respond to that, man.
This is the book of Proverbs, just basically what you said, how we gotta curse these, niggas out sometimes. This is the book of Proverbs 1:29. Proverbs 1:29 says, for that they had hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They were none of my counsel. They just right, yeah. This is the book of Proverbs 1:20. It says, wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the streets. We're in the streets, the highways and byways, where you can get the word freely. And it says, verse 21, she cried from the chief place of concourse and the openings of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, how long ye simple ones will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Break it down.
Yeah, our people hate knowledge. If you read Hosea 4:6, our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. They choose the ways of this world. They eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. They go to church on Sundays. They pray to JESUS. Not returning to that power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And it says, verse 23, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, and I will make known my words unto you. It says, verse 24, because I have called and you refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. How do the Lord stretch out his hand? By the way of the prophets. I give you the word, telling you to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And it says, verse 26, it says, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
That's right, man. The Lord, and it's coming, man. It's like all of a sudden they're cutting off all these goodies from these women, man.
That's
In
right.
Babylon, it's a lot of women that got evicted and it's cold now.
Yep.
It's a lot, and they're taking away, right? They're taking away all them goodies, man. All that because you know it's funny how these women always screaming at how bold and I mean how they strong and independent and all that.
Yeah.
But when you getting all when everybody helping you,
And
Hello.
exactly, everybody
you
help.
getting all kind of help from this government agency, that other. You ain't did shit by yourself. Only thing you did shit by yourself was when you was adulterous as fuck, banging that other nigga when you already got a man. All right, but you over there sucking off some other dude. All right, while your man at work, you know, breaking his ass to make sure your phone stay on, your light stay on, and while he away, you know, you swallowing somebody else's nut. You damn filthy.
Being a
Look,
fucking servant. No,
You
but,
know?
but look.
that's another reason why they don't like us, because we don't got that woman-friendly, woman-worshiping doctrine over here
Right.
in the Great Millstone, man.
Oh yeah.
The Lord went hard on these women, and we do too, man.
That's
'Cause
right.
y'all out of
That's
order,
right.
because it said through the woman we all die through the woman sin came into the earth, man.
Yep.
All right, and we in this bad predicament that we in mainly because of her.
The scriptures
All
are
right.
roughly paraphrasing, you know, from a moth comes decay, and from a woman comes wickedness. Roughly paraphrasing, man.
Get that, brother.
But we were speaking about these bitches, man.
Hey, you can bring that one over here, brother.
My wife, she had informed me a lot of these trollops that's been on Section 8
Put that behind it.
during 2020 during the pandemic, they filed for that PPP shit.
Yep.
Whole time, bitch, if you're on low income, you don't qualify for PPP. You're not supposed to be getting no type of loan.
And they all caught
And
up
all
now.
that shit came
It's-
back.
It's all coming back on.
And
'cause
the
I have-
number one evicted is the so-called black.
Yep, and I had a niece that was doing that shit and stealing from people when she was doing it. She did it from my nephew, man. She was wicked as hell. All right, she wouldn't get all kind of shit to her body, which she didn't need to do. The girl already was outrageous with everything.
Yeah.
She didn't need to do all that shit anyway. But guess what? Shit comes back on you because some
Right.
girl. Well, I'm assuming it's one of them people that she did that PPP stuff with, and it backfired on it because the girl caught her in the street and ran over and backed up over 3 times.
Yeah,
Backed
so
up
she ain't
over,
get
ran
her money.
over, and backed up over and ran over again.
Yeah.
All right. And she damn near she got 1 foot in the grave and one foot in the spirit world and 1 foot here. And the only reason she ain't gone because the girl that was with her was screaming and begging the woman that was behind the wheel to stop, to please stop. All right.
Out of there.
And somehow the girl locked eyes with the girl who was begging her to stop and drove off.
Yep.
All right.
Treachery.
Lord, hey, there be spirits created. Somebody grabbed that too. Right? Because she robbed some of her own family members.
Yeah.
Right? And she was flaunting with that money. All on Instagram and taking all these pictures. She done traveled and shit.
That's what these bitches
And
did.
all that shit came back. Right.
That's what they did.
Right, like that whole crew of chicks. It was and they were all Judites. All the niggas when they all went to I don't think they was in Mexico. Well, they were someplace tropical. I think they were in Miami. Wherever they were all coming back from vacation, and all of them were pregnant. And none of them knew who the fathers were. And they even said it. They all taking pictures because they was getting ran through by so many dudes. But not one of them knew who the father was. Because they went on to that hot girl summer, all right, and let all them dudes hit. And now they pregnant. All right?
Sirach 39:28.
Like, for real.
Go ahead, brother.
Sirach 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sword strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Right, there be spirits created for vengeance, man. I got that breaking news app right here in Chicago, and man, people getting it's slowed down now because it's so cold.
Yeah, that's about it.
But they've been targeting these Edomites on the north side and northwest side, man, and mainly women.
Yes.
It's mainly women getting knocked over the head,
Yes.
getting shot down, getting robbed, all right, getting carjacked, getting beat up.
They're independent. That's
Yeah,
right.
so these Edomites are starting to realize that they're not safe in these so-called upper class neighborhoods anymore.
Yes.
Right, and they created these problems, and then they gentrify certain neighborhoods, all right, and then they gentrify the neighborhood, not realizing that the same element that you didn't kicked out, a lot of them are still nearby.
Right.
And Jake then finally realized, and my mother left this world saying that. She's always said, one day these niggas gonna learn who to turn their guns on.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
And they done finally figured it out.
Yep.
Cause it don't profit you to run around the hood trying to rob people. They ain't got
They
shit.
ain't got shit.
Except
That nigga Luther said on
yeah,
crack.
except they ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing for you. Except they packing heat too. So now y'all both dead. Shot the fuck up. All right, you roll up on a nigga in the hood, you know, he blasting too.
Both of y'all broke and
Right,
shit dead.
right, y'all both broke with holes in you now.
Out of bullets. Dumbass nigga.
Fuck.
You know.
Man,
So they
full
done
of
finally
hoes,
figured
body
out.
full
They
of
done
hoes.
finally figured out where to go to these, like you know the LD Ride would say, these zippity doo dah day,
What a wonderful
walking
day.
around all happy with their little dog, with their little damn cat dog, and they expensive ass $10 coffee.
Right.
Right.
Making
All right,
your way downtown.
exactly.
Walking fast.
Shit, gotta catch
Right, you
up.
walking around with that expensive ass coffee,
Right.
all right, making your way downtown. You would talk Jake like, oh shit, look at that coffee she got.
Right.
This bitch got money.
Should have been walking with a little cane, a big ass cane course.
Right, exactly.
This stupid
Better
ass
get you a
last
damn,
dog.
right, because they got this anti-pit
costs
bull.
more.
If you had your damn pit bull, big ass shepherd, a real
Yeah.
dog, ain't nobody gonna be so quick to run up on you.
Oh
right.
no.
You know?
No, not dog.
That's right.
Yeah, you run up on somebody with that pit, and he
Exactly.
Rip
right?
your whole damn
Because
cow
you know,
open.
because even if you got a gun, it's hard to hit a
It's
moving
just hard.
target, man.
It's hard. Man.
That's coming at you. You know, but you got this little ass cat dog.
Right.
Little
Little Yorkie.
Right,
Little
a friend of mine used to call them cat dogs.
Yeah.
You got this little ass cat dog with your, like I said, your $12 coffee,
Right.
you know, and you just a target. Go ahead, brother.
Jeremiah 7:14. Therefore will I do unto this house, which is called by my name, wherein ye trust, and unto the place which I gave to you and to your fathers, as I have done to Shiloh. And I will cast you out of my sight, as I have cast out all your brethren, even the whole seed of Ephraim. Therefore pray not thou for this people.
There you go, man. So Ephraim got cast out of their land, and now the Lord, hey, look, we ain't worried about you 2/3 anymore.
God
Matter of fact,
knows,
we not
man.
praying for you. We cursing
That's
you
right.
out, and we praying against you, man.
That's right.
We're out here simply for the elect.
That's right.
And we gonna vet you harshly to find out if where you stand.
Harshly.
All right, we gonna vet you, man. All right, and it may not be nice every time, man.
Most of the time.
All right, because that's who we out here for, man. We're out here for the Lord's elect, and Lord willing, we be of them.
That's right.
All right, that's what we out here for. We don't care about the rest of Israel, man. So like I said, waking up to the fact you're Israel, that you're Israelite, that don't mean nothing, man.
This shit ain't no
Because the
trend.
majority,
That's some trendy shit.
the 2/3 is a huge ass number, man.
That's right.
All right, compared to the 1/3, it's a big ass number, man.
Yahweh Shai said, they called on Lord, Lord. He said, I never knew you. So,
Right?
you know, there's gonna be people that know of the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that know their heritage, but what their inwards is corrupt.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They're gonna be using this truth as a cloak of maliciousness, like a lot of these groups.
And these anti-camp Israelites, man.
Yeah,
Right? You know these different Israelites that go out on the highways and byways. You know, a lot of them got it wrong, but you know, at least they going out, man.
at least.
At least they
Yeah,
going
yeah.
out and pushing the work, man.
Presenting their bodies.
And they present their bodies as a living sacrifice. So, you know, I can't be too mad at them, you know. But then you got these guys who wake up and all they do is scoff the brothers who go out and do the work.
All day.
You know, you
Keyboard niggas.
you keyboard prophets and
Yeah,
keyboard
man.
warriors, man. Tough as hell on the keyboard.
Come on.
All right, you spinning the nunchucks
Guitar's here,
on the
so-
keyboard, but one in each hand.
Come on.
You know, on the keyboard, you raw with it.
Twitter fingers.
Throw the shield.
Okay,
Fuck it. Just get the axe.
you know, but you don't have no works, man.
It's cold.
All right, you got no discipline. And I got news for you guys like that, man. Those 7 churches, when it said that all the letters were going to from Paul, those churches were all camps.
Let's go.
Those
That's
churches
right.
were all camps,
Let's go.
man.
That's right.
All right,
Let's go.
it was camps that got the
That's right.
Israelites kicked out of Rome by Claudius. Those were camps with
That's right.
their aggressive street teaching.
Let's go.
Yep.
All right, with their aggressive street teaching.
They were giving Rome
That
hell.
was right there in the Bible, man.
That's right.
Rude in speech, not in knowledge.
Rude
right.
is exactly rude in speech, but not in knowledge, man. All right, that's the way of the Bible, man.
They were causing a ruckus in
Paul,
Rome, man.
right? When Paul spoke, he caused riots, fights broke out.
No,
man.
they be sending that bitch.
All right, and you know how our people are, man.
Yeah.
Because he started cussing them out and telling them about that our people do not like to be corrected, man. You know they don't like to be corrected.
Niggas was throwing them sandals.
And we've seen that, and we've experienced that over and over again, man. Like a guy will go off, man. I've gone off before, and I've been corrected, and I accept my correction, man. I'd rather you correct me and I get it right than me to be continuously out there, doing some bullshit technique.
Right.
And
I'm gonna
yo,
teach you some damn technique that don't work.
Right.
And here you are thinking you actually can fight, go out there and get your ass whooped.
Right.
Hey,
Make no sense, man.
be wrong at the right time, you gonna hate yourself for it.
Exactly.
Let me say this shit again. If you be wrong at the right time, you gonna hate yourself for it. You know? Cause like the elder said, you compiled a years long of fucking go off, and then you get in front of apostles and bring this stupid shit out.
Or you get cut by some low level
nigga, yeah.
Some low level Christians,
Yeah.
some more science dude, some Muslim come up
With a big
should
word.
never be able to cut you, man, and right.
And that's why I be telling y'all what I be telling y'all when we be in the class on Tuesday. Bring out your questions. Bring out this. Bring out what you even think it means. We sweat and training so we don't bleed in battle, man.
That's right, man.
That's what the fuck you supposed to be. This is where you want to be wrong.
That's right, brother.
Don't be wrong out here. Be wrong around us. We can deal with this shit.
That's right, brother.
Right.
We sweat and training so we don't bleed in battle. That's why I tell all y'all. Y'all even be, I'm cursing y'all on subject, but y'all don't even fucking ask questions in the group me no more. Cause y'all niggas don't read. That's why. Bring out what you had. You ain't gotta tell me, I know.
That's right.
But this was
And this called open rebuke.
That's right.
kind. But this was touching on that point when y'all was
Fuck is y'all problem,
cursing
man?
the women out. This is on
I
first.
knew that's what you had.
This
I'm gonna
first-
tell you hold
The
that
mighty
shit.
reprover of Keisha is he.
I
Madazawa
told him hold
nigga.
whatever he had.
He gonna reprove Keisha, and you better listen.
Hey, but you know what
Most
though?
definitely.
She needs to
Fuck
be
that bitch.
reproved, so get her.
Oh,
That's
most definitely.
right.
No, I'm giving this the perfect time. Now it's the perfect time.
First Timothy's 5:6. But she that liveth in pleasures is dead while she liveth.
Yeah, go ahead. You gonna break? Go ahead, and break it down.
Because
Man.
these women don't understand all these pleasures that they living in. These damn females, they already dead while they live, because guess what? Destruction is coming for them.
And it's right around the corner. Now, my look, my son, he got
Shit.
my stepson, he got an attractive, he's my woman, and she ain't worth,
A bag
Two
of
nickels.
and I'm mad with her because I accepted her as a daughter, man. I was treating her like a daughter, trying to help her out, doing shit for her, just trying to really, and she watches the videos. Well, she watches my TikTok videos anyway, and she's still going to fuck off, man.
Right.
Making life difficult for him, and he one of them dudes who all into his family and his kids and shit.
need
And
to
I've
hang
been
out
telling
with
him, and
Murphy.
I've been telling him for a long time. Now he finally see it, man. Because guess what? She got somebody else vibration on her. You know what that means.
Dig?
And I've been warning him, and he's like, yeah, because he called me up mad as hell the other day. That she didn't come home till like 3:30 in the morning.
Allowed that?
So he called me like, he said, okay, I should have listened to you. He's like, this shit is dead. And I was like, yeah, good. I'm glad you see it now. Now go do your paperwork like I told you to do, so you can be free of that bitch,
That
man.
was good for you, son.
All right, I'm glad it happened to him because he needed, because first I tried to tell him not to go there with her anyway, but when he did, because now he got 2 kids with her,
Right.
so now it's too late for all that now. So I tried to work with it, but hey, look, man, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
Hey, don't worry.
And she doing all, and guess what? She got this real nice truck. Guess who been paying for it? Guess who ain't paying for it no more? So
Right.
she about to get hit real hard. All her shit about to get cut off.
That's right.
All right, and her family ain't shit because because her mama, a vet, still attractive, but she got 5 sisters. All of them fine as fuck. They all pretty. All right, every one of them got a different father. Every fucking one of them got a different daddy. All right.
I was gonna say, hey,
So
don't
she
feel bad.
so I'm like, you getting ready to repeat what your mama did? You gonna do the same shit she did?
Right. As the mother.
All right.
As the
daughter.
mother. So
You know,
the daughter.
That's crazy.
Bring it out, brother. Bring it out.
The proverb in Ezekiel.
This is Sirach 25 and 26. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh
There
and
you
give
go.
her the bill of divorce and let her go.
That's
Hey, I had to
right.
do that with an Ephraimite. Same shit. Same shit. Look, hey, look, man. You will not. Hey, look. You ain't spending your resources, all right, on a woman, and you ain't clapping, or you not the only one clapping. I ain't paying for you to get clapped by somebody else, right? When you get clapped by somebody else, let them pay your phone. Borrow $50 from them. Borrow $100 from them.
That's
Let
right.
them help pay your rent.
That's it.
Let them help. Let them feed your kids. All right.
Not one.
You ain't giving up your resources. Hey, shit ain't free, man.
God.
You know, they got some joke trending on TikTok where all these women standing around with their goodies all out with their dumb face on with some old head talking about the only thing between you and all your bill pays is you going in that goddamn bedroom.
That's it.
You know, and it's like a little joke.
Some old nigga.
Yeah.
I'm in a
And
bind,
he's
Nate.
like, you gonna have problems.
Granddad,
If money
I
ain't gonna
pulled
be a
up.
one. You going basically what he's saying is that I'll take care of all that for you, but you giving up them cheeks.
That's right. That's
Ain't
all
nothing
she's
for
good
free.
for.
And look,
Granddad,
I don't know
I'm
why you gotta make me feel like such a whore, bitch.
That's what you are.
That's look.
Outside campaigning.
You
That's
that,
what you
that
are.
is look, that's the deal between a man provides, all right, his resources. You provide your resources.
That's it.
That's what it is.
That's right.
Now,
Them are the resources you
if you
got.
want him to lock you to provide, but you not providing your resources to him, then that's a damn simp.
That's it.
Why am I paying your car note and your bills or whatever the fuck, right, and somebody else clapping?
Yeah, cause
All
I,
right?
cause
That makes absolutely no sense, man.
Yeah, because I be that nigga. And then all these bitches be on Instagram and all you simps, I be all in the bitch bed. Bitch, let me see your phone. I ain't looking through your phone. You all these niggas, tell that nigga to order us some Uber Eats right now. My feet ashy as fuck, I'm sitting in this bitch bed. Oh, you think this bitch cute?
Right.
You think this bitch cute, don't you? But going back to that, I got one real quick. Going back to how he was talking about his
So this shit real, man.
daughter-in-law.
And you know,
This is-
fuck these Ephraimite bitches, man.
All of them.
All right.
All
They,
of them.
no, because they just as bad, if not worse than Judah, man.
No, because he
them
was-
bitches got their beauty in their hair.
Yeah.
They got
And
their
so,
hair.
and so
Yeah.
that makes their pride is on a whole nother level, man.
And they gonna cook. He was getting rice and beans and big eyelashes. So you know he fell short. But don't worry,
with
son.
attitude,
And his
puppy.
boots
Yeah.
wasn't on the ground. See, if he was campaigning in every bitch face all the time, he wouldn't have been strung up on her like that.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't have been looking for nothing else. She'd have been like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? But you know, we
Yeah, I
all
mean,
learn.
he done took her out of the country. He done took her, he done took her on trips.
God
and shit.
damn,
She
son.
was never getting that shit before, man.
Hey, hold on, wait, but
So
don't feel
now-
bad, son.
But she about to get cut
Don't
off
feel
now because
bad.
these niggas is come behind you. Hey,
Because
you
they ain't got shit
You
for
about
her.
to get ran the fuck through.
That's it.
And they go get right.
And I was just gonna say, hey, don't feel bad, son, because we didn't listen to Pops at first need.
Oh, man.
We didn't
This
listen to Pops
this
at
the
first
brother
need.
that told me.
God
He
damn
said,
it.
you better get that white woman, man.
We didn't listen to Pops neither,
We didn't
man.
listen to him, man.
So that's the band-aid for it, man. Hey, we all fucked up.
Yeah,
God.
man, he done been educating us for
Hey, I've been
years.
telling y'all
years.
that for a long
Especially me
time.
and this brother.
Decades!
Brothers always talking getting
Decades!
jammed up with child support and shit.
God
I
damn.
told you to come on
Still
that bitch
having
not in.
kids.
I told
All
you.
type of dumb shit.
We ain't
This
listening.
is for that lady and people
I
of her
ain't
sort.
pull out. Well, it's on you now.
Oh shit. He ain't even here and I had to get his ass. Every time I talk to him, yeah, man. What the fuck? Nigga, did I talk to you last week? But yeah, this is Proverbs 11 and verse 22. It says, as a jewel of gold in a swine's snout,
Let's go.
so is a fair woman which is without discretion.
Hold on, Murph. What is a fair woman?
Yeah.
What is a
What is
fair
a fair
woman?
woman?
As a jewel of gold is in a wine snout. So is
Swine
a fair
snout.
a swine snout. So is a fair woman without discretion. What is a fair woman?
One that serves her man.
No. What is a fair woman?
No. So y'all gotta pay attention.
No. What is a fair
G
woman?
Mash, what's a fair woman?
No.
Hell
What
no.
is a fair woman?
Not familiar with the scripture,
y'all
but
think
Y'all were down. What is a fair woman?
Beautiful woman.
Let's go.
There you go.
Let's
See,
go.
that's because he be fucking
Let's
up.
go.
I hope so.
That's exactly what it is.
That's exactly.
So he said,
See, y'all
basically,
was
he
thinking
said
too hard.
a beautiful woman with no discretion, basically being that one who opened up her quiver to every arrow and drink all the waters.
Yeah.
She's a pig with gold rings on.
So a beauty is
Beautiful
nothing.
trash.
So beautiful means
Yeah,
nothing.
that shit don't mean shit. Cause
Exactly. You can't be captivated by that, man. You know.
Yeah, Skeeter didn't used up. Skeeter didn't used up loose wall ass. You know, no more walls.
I had a homie back in the world.
And funk.
Stanky.
I had a homie back in the world. He was fucking with a chick. He always the type of nigga who like to spend money on bitches. We always tell him,
A trick.
stop doing that shit.
A trick.
So one day, the bitch he was spending money on and shit, doing all this shit for, I see her with another nigga. I said, man, I'm about to trick on your ass. I'm
Yeah,
like,
hell
you with
yeah,
a whole
that's my
nother
man.
nigga?
Hell yeah.
I told her, I said, I'm about to tell on your ass. I'm about to tell this dude that your ass with this other dude held up on the bus stop.
Right.
Like, I
That's
literally
it, that's
tricked.
my
Like,
man.
what the
Trick on
fuck?
her ass.
Like, I'm like, that shit was wicked as hell. I was like, she all booed up. I'm like, hold on. You went my guy. What the fuck?
Right. But no, Zerubbabel spoke of that in 1 Ezra, the 4th chapter. It says many men have become servants to women, man. You know what I mean? And have sinned and have erred for their sakes, man.
Wits.
You know what I
went out their
mean?
wits.
Many men have gone out their wits for women,
Yeah,
man.
and then these women think they're men. All right, the Lord didn't set it up for a woman to have multiple seeds in her.
Let's go.
That creates diseases, and science has already proved that the man's sperm sticks to attaches to her DNA. If she getting shot in the mouth, it attaches to her brainstem.
Sure.
So that's why these American women, it's almost impossible to bond with them. And then they sit up and they talk all this shit, making videos about men, the passport brothers, and passport men, because Esau doing it too. All right,
He's the originator.
So these passport men that are leaving America to go to these other places to get wives and shit, and these American women, they ain't getting nothing but used, because guess what? Ain't no man getting on planes coming to America
Not
to
one.
come get you women,
Not one.
especially you black women.
Not one.
Hold on, what you
All
say?
right?
What's the last part?
I said especially you black women.
God, no.
Not
Right,
one.
ain't no man coming from Australia, from Scotland, from Nigeria to come over
I
here
ain't
and get.
coming from 47.
They not coming over to come over. They'll come over. Hey, they'll come over here and you know, and they'll slap on the condom and dick your ass down.
Of course.
And carry their ass right back to Scotland.
No, they flying their dumb ass
Pip,
over
pip,
to
and
Dubai.
cheerio,
Right.
mate.
Hey, y'all, they
Pip, pip.
flying their ass to Dubai and shit on
Right.
them.
No, yeah, they flying them
They
out
flying
to
to
Dubai.
Dubai and shit on the
Yeah.
black woman.
Yeah.
That's
So
all they good for.
So there you go. Right. Or you get your fine Instagram ass on.
Yeah.
That's the perfect example. These bitches who go get flown over to Dubai,
Right.
and get used by Ishmael in all kind of ungodly
smell.
ways.
Shit
All right,
smell.
by Ishmael weak ass.
Soft as hell.
And then come back over here, booty sore, because the 4 or 5 Ishmaels, the Ishmaelites, that ran through your asshole.
Oh, shit and pissed
All right,
them.
shit and pissed on
Inside
you.
them.
All right, and all that shit.
Yeah.
You done did all manner of things that now you doing coke and drugs. Hey, I was on a train on the way here with this fine ass Judite broad, light skin. She might have been a chick, I don't know. The girl was clearly bugged out. All right, I'm standing there, and there was an Edomite standing there. We under the heat thing, and I thought they were friends or together or something, you know, because they was chopping it up. And you know, and I ain't said a word. I'm just trying to get some heat. She literally about right where you at. She like, oh, how you doing, sir? And I was like, oh, I'm good. And so then she said something. Well, he's good too, cause look at his shoes. So the dude like looked at her, and you know, and I was like, then when y'all just chopping up a minute ago. And so then he was like, man, you like really tripping me out right now. And then she said, my name's Leah. Well, she shook his hand. And then we just sitting there quiet, nobody said nothing. And then she just bust out laughing, all in his face. And the dude got uncomfortable, and he was like, he left. So I'm standing here under the heat, because she ain't phasing me, right? I'm like, all right, find the craziest knot, you get out the pocket. You know, whatever. All right, but so she starts talking to me, and she's just laughing. She ran off and started, and then she came back. And she's just talking, and I'm like, and then she told me she's from Carbondale, and you know, she grew up down there, And Chicago's so segregated and this, that, and the other, you know, and she just, you know, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. But clearly something was wrong with this chick, man.
Yeah.
And all I could think about is, well, damn, you know, and she has some thick ass lips too, pretty ass nigga on, right? Who actually had good hair, or whatever the fuck that means. but I can tell that that chick, a lot of dudes had popped, and then they ain't had nothing else to do with her.
Yeah.
And all them different spirits is on her, man.
Yeah.
You can't pair bond. You can't pair bond with a woman like that. Yeah. That's the problem that my stepson had with this damn Ephraimite. You can't pair bond with a woman like that.
Yeah,
man.
she living the Viva Loca. He got to get rid of that bitch.
Yeah.
Most of our women are fucking unapproachable.
Bring it out, brother.
The Proverbs 30 is one of your favorite ones. Proverbs 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and says, I've done no wickedness.
I ain't done nothing, baby. It's not what it looks like.
Oh, they blame it on you.
It's exactly what it looks like.
It's everything. No, they would blame it on you.
They gonna blame it on you.
Oh,
yeah, blame it on you.
Yeah.
Read it over,
Brother, I done heard it.
No, get the good news translation.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
You gave me some attention.
They you ever seen that movie with Jim Carrey? Liar, with him and my bitch. Yeah. Jennifer Tilly sitting on the couch, and she had committed adultery on the dude with like 7 different dudes, and he fixed a way to make it. She was like, yeah, it is his fault.
Yeah.
She went there, knew she was wrong, but that's what these bitches do, man.
Yeah. Took them to the cleaners.
I told you what I needed.
What?
This is the good news translation of Proverbs 30.
Man.
This is the good news translation for Proverbs 30 and 20. This is how an unfaithful wife acts. She commits adultery, takes a bath, and says, well, I've done anything wrong.
Yeah,
it is.
Take a vinegar bath, try to snap that coochie back.
Skin so soft.
See, we can't bring it out in the IUIC, man. It'll be uproar.
Hey, brother, I done had a woman tell me, you know, you always gave me what I needed, but never what I wanted. And I was like, huh?
A simp. What?
Yeah.
She wanted a simp.
You know, I was like, what? Yeah, but I wanted you to see this, and I wanted you to see that. What the fuck does that mean?
Right. Right.
What?
Out of order.
That shit
So,
is weird.
hey, look, ain't no pleasing these bitches, brother.
It ain't
I done told you. Hey, it don't matter how big your rod is, you know, how good you done stroked it and stirred the macaroni and all that other shit, or stirred the oatmeal, whatever the fuck it is, while stepping on her head. Look, hey, I done been there, done it, man. It don't matter how good all that was, man. The woman is still, the American woman, this Western woman, is ruined.
Through.
They are ruined.
They done, man.
Somebody can grab that over much liberty.
Yeah.
Over much liberty.
Because they're not going exactly. Esau has ruined these women, including his own.
That's right.
That's right.
Including his own, man.
I got it.
Whoever got it. Whoever
This
got
is,
it.
With all this freedom, they don't want to give it up. They don't want to play the role of a woman. They want to be men.
Yep.
They want a monkey branch from rod to rod.
I got 2 of them.
Go ahead.
This I'm gonna bring out 25 for this Ecclesiasticus 25 and 25. Give the water no passion, neither a wicked woman liberty to guide abroad.
Go ahead.
And then I'm gonna hit the one in 26. It's Ecclesiastes 26 and 10. If the daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty.
And that's what America has provided for these women, man.
Yeah.
Over much liberty, man. All right. Hey, a woman has to be ruled over, man.
Yeah, and it's practically destroyed this society. And that was aimed at Jake, but now it's affecting everyone.
Everybody.
It's affecting Esau as well, man. That's why Esau is always taking his ass, trying to go to the Philippines, to China and Thailand to go get him a woman now, including the ones over in Europe, because a lot of those Eastern European women, they're the same way. Because why? They fallen under that Western style of life, man. Where women get rewarded for adultery.
Yeah.
Women get rewarded for whoredoms, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Having all these little bastards, collecting money off all these little bastards.
Let's go.
You know, that's treason, man.
And all that shit is gonna backfire, man.
Yeah.
It is backfiring because now, man, like the elder, he brought it out earlier, man. A lot of your benefits are gonna be reduced Because guess what? With this next coming digital age, this reset that's coming, man, all that shit is over with, man. All right, your EBT benefits, your child support benefits, all that shit is about to be reduced, man. All right, we're in a goddamn depression. It just ain't fully sunk its teeth in yet. A lot of these industries that are going to be affected are female dominated.
Yep,
man.
and America is still able to print money to keep its own economy floating because the rest of a lot of the major nations in the world is not using American money anymore.
Exactly.
Right? And now that Saudi Arabia is not, it's a wrap.
It's a dub.
It's a wrap. That's why they're trying to push. That's why they're trying to push these 15-minute cities or whatever the fuck they call it with this CBCD, this CBC, whatever the fuck
Central
it is.
Bank Digital Currency.
Yeah, that connection. They trying to make it, but they don't want you to drive anymore. Why? Because with the electric cars, they can track you, right? And then number two, they're not going to be able to get and afford oil anymore.
Exactly.
Because the Saudi Arabians are not going to be not selling it to them. They're not selling their oil in American dollar anymore. So America is pretty much dead now.
It's a dub, like no, literally, like right around the corner, like fucking March.
Then they getting ready to push. Then they getting ready to push this second lockdown with the with the climate change bullshit. Yeah. So now they get ready. So now they trying to get around. So you know the science didn't work. You know the science lies didn't really pan out. They couldn't get everybody to fall for that shit. Right. So now they're gonna come in with a new angle with the science. They get ready to come with the climate change lockdowns and force everybody to lock down. And guess what? These people gonna lose. They got.
I was just saying,
this shit. The deck is finally about to.
The deck definitely going
all that shit is right around the corner because what that goal is to make these 15-minute cities. They want to move everybody into these gigantic metropolitans where everything's within a 15-minute walk or bike ride from you and take your cars away.
Smart cities.
That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, they want to make them smart cities because the majority of people are getting ready to work remote.
And it says and they don't want people moving out of the cities or out to the burbs anymore.
Exactly.
All right? Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Luke 23 and 31. It says, for if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry? Right, America is somewhat optional right now. You can go, have liberty around, go to stores, different things like that. So what'll happen when, these places is not operational no more? And we were just getting on a woman situation. What are these women gonna do? They gonna be like meat in front of wild animals out there.
Yeah, just like on the north side right now.
Yeah.
Like the elder was saying earlier, man, the majority of the robberies, it was 50 robberies in 4 days. That's 10 robberies a day. That's 10 motherfuckers getting robbed.
And those are the ones that get reported. Right. Because now every crime, every robbery and every rape don't get reported, man. Because you best believe if some dude and grab some chick right now, and
whose is this? Whose is this?
Right,
whose
right.
Is this?
Exactly.
It's here, man.
Right now. And she may report it, she may not.
Yep.
Because a lot of sex crimes don't get reported, man. When whatever the weird shame or whatever the fuck, and then a lot of time these women be fucking around with dudes and the dude just gonna take it, then they feel stupid.
That happened to a chick. She about a couple of years ago, she was walking to her car, left her. She was with her dude, but she said, "I'm about to go get something out the car real quick." She never came back. Her dude came to go check to see where she was at. The car was still there, but she was gone. They putting up missing pictures of her when I'm doing Uber Eats all over saying, hey, missing. Then I think about 2021, 2022,
they found
her body. And she dead.
Damn, just that quick.
She was in an apartment building.
Damn, just you see how that shit can happen. All right, I remember watching this story about this little Edomite chick who got high with these dudes. All right. And said they were we going to a party, to an after party in a hotel. That bitch got to the hotel and she was the party.
Damn.
Oh yes.
All right. Said she got to the hotel and it was it was mostly Jake's. It said she was in a damn it was a little white girl. And they pulled her into the room. She went into the room and she said there was so many men she couldn't even count. And they were all around on the wall waiting their turn.
Damn.
All right, and she was getting clapped 2-3 dudes on at a time, man. And it was just, and the room was full of smoke and weed smoke and cigarettes because these guys were just lined up on the wall all waiting their turn. And a lot of them went 2 and 3 times. So they will bust and then go sit and wait, right? And yeah, man. And the chick woke up, said she passed out, and they dropped the ass off on her own porch, man. All right. She said she woke up in pajamas, full of this guy had semen all over in her hair, on her face, on her clothes, everything, man. So you can only imagine and this was a true story, man. All right, Murph told me the story about some broad he met on the train.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh
and
yeah.
this chick,
They
same
had
thing.
her for months.
She was locked
They had
up
her
in her room
for a
for
couple
months.
months.
Jake was tag teaming her ass for months, man.
She said
So
she escaped.
how many women has that happened to, man?
That bitch jumped out the 4th floor window and broke her damn pelvis damn near.
It's something that happened.
And crawled off. Yeah, so yeah, cause they kill these bitches.
Because
they end up killing these bitches.
because
So they
a lot of
won't
them get
count on
scared after the fact. They don't want to get caught. All right, so they figure they gonna get rid of them, man.
And she said it. She said, I didn't resist or nothing like that shit. I was just doing what I was doing for the bitch was a sex slave. But I believe that she jumped out when she heard them plotting one night.
She probably got
we
afraid.
gotta kill this bitch.
Yeah.
Cause it's done now.
She probably was like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna die anyway. Let me go out this window.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because she was hoping for them to have mercy, but just one day somebody be like, "Go on, girl, get out of here."
Yeah, and they
wonder what they was
fuck
on.
all that. They could kill you. Yeah, that's normally we just gonna kill this bitch and take her somewhere and leave her. You know, that's how niggas think, and that's what niggas do. And she heard that and got her ass up out of there, which was smart. It ain't no, but see, that's why the scriptures let you know where there's no hedge, there's no cover. All right, because a man is a hedge. That's just like when you serve your Yahweh Shimmy Hawashah. I always go into that Psalms, the 91st chapter cover. We have a hedge because we serve the Lord. But when the woman supposedly, serves us, especially you brothers that's in this truth, and you're her hedge, you're her covering.
That's right.
But once she, 144, you
You
can't make this up, man.
And then 4-3 times.
That's why 7 women will cleave onto one man.
Exactly. For the covering, man. Because the Lord got us, man. We covered by the Lord, and the woman is covered by us. But once she lose that covering, hey, just like the elder was going into that damn wicked ass Ephraimite.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
But
right.
they lost their covering,
Yeah,
man. It's
yeah.
over with.
And
Now they susceptible to the elements,
Yep,
man.
yep,
They
yeah.
done.
They done. Bad shit happened to her, to the kids.
Done.
Loss of a job.
Done.
Was in a hole a grand last month.
Good.
They come running to me after the fact. I'm like,
Click.
what you think I'm gonna do? Right.
You gonna have to bear that shit, bitch.
No, yeah. Hey. Whoever that was you tricked off on, oh, I guess he ain't really down for you like that, huh? Right. Yo, dumb ass.
The grass ain't green on the other side.
Right. He saw them thick ass lips and them cheeks. It was like, yeah. That's all he wanted.
That's it. But you know what? Hey, like the brother you want to say, man, you bitches gonna learn. You lead the dance with who you came with.
You wanna got them sayings, boy.
You gonna lead the dance with who you came with. Who had something? You had something.
This is Luke
Come on, all
23.
y'all, step up.
This is Luke chapter
Everybody
23,
got something,
verse
step up.
31. For if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry? And
Yeah.
The love,
No, go ahead, brother.
and the love of money is waxing cold, man. Hey, they're doing these things, and it's only gonna get worse.
And it's
man.
only gonna get worse, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, Chicago has a shortage on police. That's why they're always sitting around with they lights just blaring, trying to this. And what they don't realize is what they're really doing is just making people numb to it.
Yep. Right.
They don't realize is they're making people numb to it, to where they just gonna be doing shit right in front of them.
Yep.
They ain't gonna even care no more. Because that sedition among men is getting ready to hump, and that's coming from everybody. It's not just gonna be Jake, it's gonna be Esau too, man.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
And all them shortages and all that shit, it's all gonna come, man. And then with the new digital system that they got coming into play, they gonna try to control what you can and cannot buy. All right, and these Edomites, these gun-toting ass, rootin' tootin', Yosemite Sam ass Edomites, they ain't going for that shit.
They ain't going for that.
They gonna be
shit at all.
blasting just like Yosemite Sam, man.
Hey, and they waiting for it. They
Yeah.
waiting for it.
They
Because they
look-
ain't got no, they won't listen. This is, in those specific type of Edomites that the elders talking about.
And that's a lot of them.
A lot of them. And you gotta understand that this is what they forefathers killed and died for. They bad, man.
And they got unlimited bullets like your, you know, Yosemite Sam got two six shooters, and he'll shoot about 600 times, boy.
He be firing them motherfuckers up, man.
That was great. Pow, 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 pow. That nigga shooting everything, man.
They like that, man. They so mad, man, that this is what they forefathers raped and pillaged for, man. All to be going and they see Jake walking down the street with their woman.
If you think that it does not bother
they hate
a
that,
pale
man.
male to see a Negro or a Latino man,
They
all right,
hate
with
that
Becky
shit,
hugged
man.
up on her, it bothers them, and it bothers them bad, man.
Badly. Especially knowing they could have just went and got the rope.
Yep, and I was doing that shit on Rush Street in Gibson's and Hugo's Frog Bar 25 years ago. And them motherfuckers was mad, but too scared to say a damn thing.
Yeah, because I tell them all the time, man. Bataka is crazy. I know you wish you could get the rope. I tell them this, like, if you ever approach me on some shit, look, man, it's only two things you can do in this establishment. If you mad about this situation, you gonna order another drink or a knuckle sandwich. Bitch, I'll be happy with both. And I walk right off. I'll knock you right in the fucking head. They be mad, man. You got something?
They do. They don't like it.
Tie your stupid ass up in here.
I got something.
Bring it out, brother.
That's 2nd Ezra 15, is what the elder was just saying. I'm going to start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So like the elder was just saying, this shit is about to get bugged out and wild. Nobody's gonna listen to authority. They few in numbers. They're not gonna stop anything. You know, it's already getting bad. It's only gonna get worse.
Yep.
Once they put the jumper cables on them, charge this shit up, cut off y'all money, y'all access to what y'all need, it's gonna go haywire.
Yeah, and now they got a new virus out. You brothers heard of the Lazarus virus?
Oh my God. No, I haven't.
Okay.
Educate us.
So we know the whole story in the scripture. Somebody get the scripture about Lazarus, and then I'll elaborate. All right. Well, Yahweh brought him back to life, so you can figure out what the virus is now. Go ahead.
It's gonna do something.
Hey, look. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the movie The Night of the Living Dead, the very first one, came out in 1968, the old black and white one, when the Jake lived through the whole movie, killed all the zombies, protected the white woman, then at the end he got shot by the white cops. Ain't that some shit? I know. He'd have saved everybody damn life with a damn tire on. Jake getting it in. He the hero of the movie, man. At the end of the movie, some white cops run up and shoot Jake down.
Motherfucker.
I was like, ain't this some shit? You watched the very first zombie movie. All right? The Night of the Living Dead, 1969. That movie scared the shit out of me when I was a shorty too, man. All right? But there it is, man. 50-something years of zombie movies. What is the message behind that? All right? Somebody got it? Bring it out.
This is Luke chapter 16, verse 19. It says, there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass that the beggar died, and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in hell...
Now let me tell you, hell meaning the grave, not actual hell, all right? Okay? This is a metaphor. This is not actual, this is a metaphor. All right, you got to know, you got to be able to decipher when you're reading the Bible what's literal and what's not. Now, the message in it is literal. It's a metaphor, a parable. Exactly. So you got to be able to decipher which is which, because there is no such thing as actual hell. All right? That word goes back to Shawal, which means the ground. All right? That's literally what it means. Go ahead.
It's back in Luke 16, verse 23. It says, and in hell he lift up his eyes, being in torments, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water, and cool my tongue.
for I am tormented in this flame. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented.
So basically, Lazarus came to comfort. He you know why? Because he's resting, and Lazarus is going to get life again, and that's what this is talking about. So this Lazarus virus that they're calling it, what they're saying now is that there is a virus that is spreading around the world right now as we speak. All right, Shalom, beloved. All right, and the media hasn't talked about it too much, but they have talked about it on national TV. All right, so you can look this up. Somebody can look it up and find the story. All right, but this Lazarus virus actually kills you. All right, you die when you get this virus, but then your body reanimates.
Oh my Lord, man.
So even though you're dead, your eyes open back up and people are moving around and shit. And they're calling it the Lazarus virus. So what the fuck do you think that is, man?
And for you,
bring it out.
And just another real quick point, this Lazarus story, you know, it proves what we say all the time. Because that rich man goes into Esau and Lazarus goes into us. But it just proves that the so-called white man's heaven is our hell.
Exactly.
And that our heaven, when we're in rulership, it will be his hell, and it will be no part of him having any pleasure in our kingdom.
And he gonna get it double.
Double. That's why he said, let Lazarus just dip the no. You ain't getting shit on that side. When we get it, you ain't getting shit.
And Esau only gonna get to have a woman when it's time for him to procreate and make more slaves.
And
the women he gonna get, it's gonna look like the bottom of your shoe after you done slipped in shit.
That
all right?
shit.
Yeah, you know how you get mad when you step in some shit, because if for some reason you always look at it. It's like, damn, you gotta look at it though. Right. That's what Esau will get the hump.
Damn.
All right. Because Esau only gonna get the hump Edomite women, and only the unattractive ones. Because any attractive Edomite woman is gonna be with Jacob.
That's right.
Simple as that.
He already witnessing that.
Until her ass too old, you know, and she start drying up, and she got to go right back to the field.
That's right.
All right. What you thought you was gonna get old and retire in the big house?
Nope.
No, you useless now.
Nope.
All right, because we not gonna age the same. All right.
That's right. Shit, we don't need to do that.
So
now.
you gonna look up in your bed when it's gonna be getting wrinkles and shit. You be like, wait a minute.
Go change some Bibles.
To the field you go. All right. Did you find it, brother?
Yep.
Bring it out, brother. Read it.
All right, this is from the virology blog about the Lazarus virus. It says, there is an excellent question in the comment to are all viruses particles infectious? It says, if the particle to PFU ratio for virus stock is 10,000 to 1, and I infect 1 million cells with 10,000 particles, how many plaques would I expect to observe?
Let's get to the part when it says what it does, brother. If it'll tell you anything about the reanimation and all that other bullshit.
That's the other one I was looking at.
Okay, yeah. Because they actually had this on the news down south. In a couple different news stations, they played this on you know. So when they start telling you on the news that dead things are moving again because of a virus, you know, that's you know, what's the word that we use? That No. No, but there's another word that we use, which is escaping me right now. When they show you a program, pre-programming, predictive programming. The water, brother, couldn't get that out. That's predictive programming. They started to play that on the news. Just like how slowly over the years they kept saying the Hebrew or the black Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, brother. You find
this is another one. This is from the Healthline. All right, talking about the Lazarus virus. It says Lazarus.
And the Lazarus in the news story mentioned the CDC. So this shit is legit. the news story was talking about the CDC. But go ahead.
This is from Nancy Moyer, a medical doctor. It says the Lazarus syndrome refers to your blood circulation returning spontaneously after your heart stopped beating.
There it is.
And fails to restart despite CPR. In short, it's returning to life after it appears that you've died.
There it is, man. And they were talking about this on the news, man. And with all these sudden deaths because of some, something that all these people send that to me, Bob Kashab. But you had this SADS, this sudden adult death syndrome, that they trying to deny what's really going on. We all know what's really going on. But if you say it, they'll strike your channel or whatever. If you identify what it's really from, when everyone knows what it's really from. What all these people, the one thing that all these people had in common that they all did, who were healthy as fuck, before they did it. And now all of a sudden they're all dropping dead, world-class athletes and shit, with extremely good health, just collapsing and dying, going on runs and now that whole sort of thing. We all know what those people did, all right? So I believe that this Lazarus virus is just another side effect from the people who all did the what.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. That's what I think it's from. They're trying to say it's new, because they already, it's already been said by scientists that they don't even know what's going to happen to these people in a different thing. We all seen those 7-foot and 6-foot clots that that all these undertakers were pulling out of all these dead bodies. How do you expect someone's heart or organs to work when you got a 6-foot plastic clot and blocked your main arteries and shit?
Out of there.
You out of there.
Out of there.
Might as well say you got bit by a damn black mamba.
Oh, did you already talk about the contagion convention we just had?
Oh, the 2000 event 202.
Right.
We had an event 201. We all know what happened 3 months after the event 201. So in October, while all this distraction was going on with the SADS, with the sudden death syndrome, the people dying, with the whole Kanye and Kyrie,
Exactly.
They had another science, convention where they had another event like Event 201, but this one is even bigger. All right. So if you didn't know, Event 201 was the event where where Bill Gates and all these scientists from around the world and the CDC and all these people got together and governments to do an experiment or do an exercise, and the exercise was how would governments respond to a pandemic that spread around the whole world, and then a couple months later we all know what happened.
Yep.
All right, because every time that America, it seems do an exercise on that level, that exercise seems to actually become facts, because a lot of these mass shootings and things of that nature started off as exercises. But what if this happened, all of a sudden that's really happening? Same thing with 9/11. That's why the pilots were asking, is this a drill?
Right.
All right, because 9/11 was a drill at first by the military. Next thing you know, shit, that's why all the fighter jets were out in L.A. because they were in L.A. doing a mock battle against whatever was happening out in L.A. And next thing you know, there's an attack going to New York. So those fighter jets had to get all the way from L.A. back to the East Coast, but by that time it was too late. Because a fighter jet can go from as fast as they are, they could get from L.A. to New York in like under 30 minutes.
Damn.
So exactly, they fast as fuck.
Oh,
So they go ahead, brother.
it was a catastrophic contagion convention. All right. It says the Johns Hopkins Center for Health, in partnership with the World Health
Send
Organization,
that to me too, Baba Kashab.
and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, conducted catastrophic contagion.
Catastrophic contagion. So this is even bigger and worse
Right.
than the other thing that really didn't happen, but did happen.
But it
It
did
says
happen, it did happen.
the exercise simulated a series of World Health Organization Emergency Health Advisory Board meetings addressing a fictional pandemic set in the near
And that
future.
was exactly what happened last time. But this time you're gonna have multiple. So just get ready for a lot of shit to happen.
Right?
Around, because they need people to break, to submit to this new digital system.
That's right.
So they need to break everybody down. So, like I said, you know, go ahead, brother.
Oh, it says participants grapple with how to respond to an epidemic located in one part of the world that then spread rapidly, becoming a pandemic with a higher fatality rate than C-19.
So you can have Ebola, the Lazarus. You're going to have all these different things, man, hitting all at once. All right? And some may be real, some may be man-made. However it happens, the Lord's going to send it. And then don't forget, man, the Lord's going to send some plagues too.
That's right.
So they might be trying to fake some shit and some real shit coming.
Yeah, that's all a part. That's all a part of the plan of the Lord.
So it's all right. So it's all getting ready to happen, man. So you can expect, you know, 2nd Ezra 15 and 16 chapter to really, not to mention, man, that don't forget that because everything seems normal here in America, America's at war via Ukraine.
Yep.
All right, that's and there are bombs flying and exploding and killing people and bullets over there. And life ain't normal for them people right now.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of time before that shit hits here. All right, shit is about to get real, man. Hey, so with that, man, we gonna give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Wa above all.
Above all.